Hey everyone, this time we're going to be looking at Nintendo Player's Guide for the Super NES. This was put out in 1992. It covers about 40 games. It also has a bunch in the Future Games section, which is kind of interesting, and I guess was a little bit of value added for this, assuming that you didn't have a subscription for Nintendo Power or anything like that. Nintendo divided this book up into genres, so you start off with the action games, then you go to adventure, then RPG and simulation, which are stuck together for some weird reason, and then you go into sports, and finally into future games. I kind of think of these as being review/walkthroughs, just because at the end of the book they do give scores on each game, which don't really make a whole lot of sense because I would have assumed that they were averaging the three scores to come to a total, but it seems just kind of totally random. The first-party games are given more space in this book, and their scores in the back kind of reflect that as well. You also have some of, I guess, like the favored third-party games. They're given a little bit more time, and their scores also kind of reflect that as well. So your Capcoms and your Konamis are going to be treated a lot better than, some of the other games, which definitely didn't deserve to be in here. So normally there's like a page in between the genres, but for whatever reason, my copy is missing a page or two. So yeah, that kind of sucked. It also sliced off a little bit for ActRaiser, which I'm really kind of upset about because I loved ActRaiser, and to find out that the book is missing a page or two on it was kind of a shame, and I almost wonder what happened to it because I got this book secondhand, so yeah, I guess somebody really liked the artwork on that one page, so they just ripped it out and did God knows what with it. Now, this book did come out pretty early in the Super Nintendo's life, so there's a decent chance that all the games in here were at least most of the library, if not the entire library for the Super Nintendo. And it's one of the reoccurring things with this. I feel like if you had a Nintendo Power, there was no reason to really pick this up, unless maybe they didn't include something in there, or maybe one of the games wasn't covered as well in Nintendo Power as it is in this book. I do want to mention that I didn't know there was a Miracle Piano game, or at least a thought of Miracle Piano game. They included in with a lot of the regular games in here, so I guess it came out, but I'm not really too sure about that one. I'll have to look that up, maybe, if I ever get bored enough to want to look up the Miracle Piano games. You can kind of see just from flipping through this one and looking at a few of the others that we've already looked at that this is part of like that slow evolution to turning the Nintendo Player's Guides from just like a supplement to Nintendo Power, or maybe aimed at a market where people aren't subscribers to Nintendo Power. You see them moving away from that into more of actual player's guides, whereas this is, I think, kind of the last throes of that, just getting marketing stuff out there. I can kind of speculate a little bit, and I think some of the evidence in the books back this up, that these were originally meant for marketing, and then they slowly turned them into player's guides when they saw, hey, there's money to be made in that, so Nintendo wanted to get a piece of that as well. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and have a great day, everyone.